Hi guys, I'm Michael.
And I'm Cherise. We post weekly videos all about personal branding, your career and money management.
We're helping young professionals to transform their lives every single day.
That's the Kinley way.
So if you want to get from here to here, make sure you like, comment and subscribe and press the notification bell below.
And if you already knew all of that, welcome back.
Welcome back guys, and good to see you guys again. And we've got something really interesting to talk about today, kind of like a part 2 or version 2 of one of the first ever videos that we did about personal branding. And I guess how would I phrase the topic today is, yeah, your personal branding sucks if you don't do all these things. So I'm telling you why you should watch this video, because by the end of the video you know if your personal branding sucks or not. Okay, but anything you want to say before we get started?
Yeah, so basically we had this question come in that was asking us, can they build a personal brand without putting themselves out there? So can you build a personal brand without putting yourself out there?
Yeah, and this is a good topic for discussion, guys, so please put your comments below and let us know what you think, right? Do you think you can build your personal brand without putting yourself out there, right? We want to know your opinions, we want to know your thoughts, and we might even feature some of them, right? The definitive answer is there. We know what the definitive answer is, but we're going to answer the question through the 5 things we're going to speak about to you guys that lets you know if your personal branding sucks. And by the end, you will know whether or not you need to put yourself out there to build your personal brand. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Good? You ready? All right, let's go. Your personal branding sucks right now if you don't understand your value. So what do we mean by this? Understanding your value basically means you know what you bring to the table, right? I can use my personal example. In my day-to-day job, I know exactly what I bring to the table. I know that there are certain things that can't function without me, or can't function well enough without me, without my expertise, right? So if you don't know what you bring to the table, it doesn't matter what you do, whether you are a uni student, whether you are a teacher, whether you are an accountant, whatever walk of life, whether you're a lawyer, it doesn't matter. If you don't understand what you're bringing to the table, if you don't know the expertise you're bringing to the table, the thought leadership you're bringing to the table, if you don't understand the value you're bringing to the table, then yeah, your personal brand sucks.
Unfortunately.
Anything to say now?
So as Michael was saying, the value that you bring is not even just all about what you actually know, but then who are you? What's unique about you, let's say, that you bring to the table? So this table is the industry, is the field that you're working in.
It's your job.
Yeah, the market, if you have a business. What are you bringing? What's unique about you that you're bringing to the table, that you are offering? It's not just about what you know, it's about how you deliver what you know. What makes people want to come to you about that specific
as opposed to someone else.
Yeah.
Or why should people listen to you rather than not listen to you, or go and listen to someone else in the same position as you?
Exactly. Or hire you, or use your services, or buy
That's a
from
good one.
you.
The hiring thing.
Because there's a role that's out there, and there's so many candidates that will apply for
it.
But what makes them stand out
is a large pool. It's a large
personal brand.
Yeah, guys, she's totally right. It's a really large pool, and if what you're bringing to the table is not distinctive, you're not going to win. What do we bring to the table? And I'll give you an example of how we phrase this in our tagline, right? What we usually say is we help young professionals. That's our audience, right? We help young professionals to improve every day, and we do it by delivering weekly videos on personal branding and money management and careers, right? That is the what, right? And the transformation part is the value, right? We are helping young people transform their lives, right? So that's the value. So you know what we do, you know who you're targeting, right? Our audience, your audience, and 3, what's the value?
Yeah, it's a really good example. Give me an example about someone that's maybe a teacher or in sales.
Yeah.
So someone that's like a teacher, they teach year 7 students. So that's the who. And then the what is they teach them in science. And what's valuable about them is that they don't just read off the slide. They don't just put slides every day, or just they're really engaging. They give experiments to their students. They do YouTube videos on and they're really interactive, animated, a really good teacher. That's their personal brand as a science teacher that teaches year 7 students. So
that's their value. So you can clearly understand what that person's value is there. Yeah. So I hope that example was useful, guys. So pause this video, write down on a piece of paper, what is my value?
And what's unique about?
And what are you bringing to the table? Secondly, is show rather than tell, right? And we still have a lot of people that are very dinosauric in the way they think about personal branding, right? It's like me saying, oh, I want as many people to know about the Akinle way as possible. So I am going to create a brochure and I'm going to post it in as many doors as possible. Okay, sure, you do that. See how long it's going to take you. This is where I want to encourage you guys, and going back to the question, can I build my personal brand without putting yourself out there? No, you can't if you're just telling people around you, telling your family, telling your friends. Build an online platform that allows you to show people what you do, whether you are a financial advisor,
construction work,
yeah,
like a plumber,
you're a handyman,
yeah,
like it doesn't matter. Show
matter
people in an easy, quick way exactly what you do. People that are really successful on YouTube, for example, people that maybe do cooking videos, right, or people that do one-to-one fitness videos, for example, they show people results of their food. They show people results of their clients that, you know, went from this weight way down to this weight. So they're showing.
Yeah.
So that is what I'm going to encourage you guys to start thinking a bit more like that. Create an online platform, because the reality is, it's all well and good telling people around you what you do, right? Or well, you can only tell, right? But there's no way, like if I'm a personal fitness person and I come to you and I want to sell you my services, I can't bring my client that I transformed their fitness life with me and be like, hey, this is who this person was before, this is who she is now. I can only tell you that, hey, I help people go from this way to this way, or I help people become more leaner, blah, blah, blah. You can't really show me. Do you understand what I mean? It's just words. But when you can show someone, it's much, much easier for people to understand how you can help them, how you can serve them, how you can transform them.
Have your online portfolio on either a website. Graphic designers, they have this, I don't know what the website's called, but they have this place where they can put their portfolio online. They meet a potential client or something, they should just go on the website and show them their work. Or just create a LinkedIn profile if you don't really want to do too much of a social media like influence or something. Because I know that's really daunting to some people. They don't want to go on there and, I need to create so much content, I need to create a blog, I need to do a YouTube channel. Like, no, you don't need to do all the things, but you do need to have somewhere where you can send people to show people, not just tell people what you do and how you do it.
Yeah, we're really breaking it down, and we're really taking time to help you guys understand what this looks like. So you can go, as soon as you finish watching this video, you can just go and apply it straight away, right? You can think about how you can take what we're telling you and apply it to your business, your job, whatever it is. Your personal branding sucks if you don't understand how much your values work. And the reason I say this, especially for you that are starting your business, I'm thinking about pricing, you know, what should I price certain things? Those of you that maybe are applying for a new job and maybe you're negotiating your salary, you're negotiating, you know, your compensation and so on and so forth, or maybe you are trying to get promoted, you're in the process of becoming promoted and you're negotiating the next salary. Your personal branding sucks if you don't know what your values were. A lot of people go through these different processes I just mentioned and they don't really understand what problem they're solving. So the first thing is, what is your business trying to solve? What is the problem it's trying to solve in the market, right? And how much of a problem is that problem? Usually when people get promoted, you get promoted into a new team or so on. So what problem is that team trying to solve? Whoever your audience is, find out what problem they're trying to solve, and then you can start to think about how valuable it is to solve that problem. And I'll give you a very real life example. Before I joined my current job, of course I had to negotiate my salary, right? And I knew what the problem of my managing director was. He wasn't able to focus on what was important to him because he had to spend time focusing on things that were important, but he wasn't very good at.
Okay, right.
Do you get what I mean? So he needed someone to come in and focus on this important thing that he wasn't very good at, but that person had to be good at doing that important thing. Does that make sense? You sure? Good. So this is how you need to think. What's the problem my market is facing? What's the problem my company is facing? And how do I solve it, right? And then you can start to think about, okay, well, this is a big problem. I can charge this much for it because it's that big a problem. Understanding why you are part of the solution.
Yeah, that's your work.
That's your work. Something I usually talk to Sharice about is, you know, when you're applying for a job, it's really, really, really important to ask questions like, why did you create this role? Why did you make it? Why is it important? Why do you care about this role? Right? And why do you care about hiring the right person for this role? And usually people hire for a particular role because they're trying to solve a problem and there's a gap. So if you can understand what that gap is, you can understand what that problem is, and then you can start thinking about, okay, you know what, I want to charge this X amount because this problem is that important. And what's really good, even better if you can do this, is if you can say something like, if you don't solve this problem, you're going to lose X amount of dollars or X amount of pounds. Or if you hire me, I can save you X amount. Marketing is a really good example, and companies spend thousands, sometimes millions. And if you can come in and display to them that you can save them what they are spending and more, you're going to get hired.
Of course.
You're going to get hired, 100%. Especially if you don't even cost half as much as that. Or I'm going to save you 1 million in advertising every quarter and help you generate 50% on top of that. This just makes sense for us.
It's a no-brainer.
It's a no-brainer. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Know what you're worth. Know what you, not just what you're going to charge the person,
Yeah.
but literally, without you,
Yeah.
they will struggle.
Yeah.
They will continue to struggle with this problem.
And they'll continue to spend more money.
Exactly.
Continue to lose. Yeah.
Obviously, they don't want to do that. So
Yeah.
if you can communicate to them, I know that I can, do the work for you. It's not because you're just, plucking numbers out of the air, but you actually know that with the area of the skill set that you have built, that you've developed, that you've learned through over the years, you can actually come and be very valuable, very beneficial. Do not just solve the problem, but you can give them more on these different insights that they didn't even know about, and you really know your stuff, so you're going to be like, well, not just the money, I'm trying to say, it's not just the price tag of what
but this is how your life will look like. So your personal branding sucks if you don't have testimonials, if you don't have recommendations, right? So if people don't talk about you and your service and how helpful you are, your personal branding sucks so bad. You really need to work on it, right? So when you're delivering a good service for people, make sure you're asking for recommendations. Make sure you're asking for testimonials. It is incredibly important to your business growth. Incredibly important.
You may just think that, that point went over my head. It's nothing for me. Don't need to think about it. But literally, go back and listen to what Michael just said, because it's not just for those that have a business. Like, that's not branding. Like, personal brand, you need to think about how you're serving your company, how you're serving your family, how are you serving you as an individual, all the different responsibilities that you have. What service are you giving? Is it rubbish? Are you just, existing in this life? Or are you actually giving everything that you're learning, everything that you're taking on every day? We're learning every day, we're improving every day. Are you giving that to other people? Not just, I have my business and it's doing well and stuff, but what are people saying about you? She's a really good daughter, she really helps around the house. Or she's a really good friend, I can always call her whenever I need her. Or he is just so arrogant, I can't stand him. Like, I don't care how much money he's making, but I can't stand him because he's just this and he's just that. That is your personal brand that you're walking around with. And it sucks if nobody even says anything about you. That's just even worse. Okay, you don't have any testimony. That's a testimony of who you are. You don't have that. Nobody's talking about you. Nobody's saying anything good about you. That's a bad personal brand.
It sucks. Your personal branding sucks if you're not increasing your value through education. So this is an incredibly important point, guys. No matter what you're doing, no matter what industry you're in, it doesn't matter. If you are not improving your value or increasing your value through knowledge, through insight, through books, through courses, if you're not doing any of these things, your personal branding sucks and you are just average, right? You can't increase your value, and therefore if you can't increase your value, you can't increase the value of your service. You can't charge people even more. Do you get what I mean? That's how it usually works. Like, I'm in tech, right? The more a company invests in its product, the more expensive they sell it to the customer, right? The more expensive the product is. I sell a software, right? We're always adding new things to our product. We're always becoming more end-to-end. And the more we do that, the more we can charge premium prices for our service. It's the same as you. Whether you cook, clean, do fitness things, do, edit, graphic design. If you're not investing on how to improve this and how to increase your value, if you're not investing in courses, if you're not doing anything extra, your personal branding sucks, right? It really sucks. Anything you want to say on that?
Yes, so you're not going to be confident, you're going to be very sketchy, you're not going to be very valuable to a company or to a business if you're not upgrading, if you're not always learning. When we talk about marketing, the market's always changing, everything's always changing and evolving. If you are not learning, then you're behind. You're not going to be getting better, getting greater, and you can't have a strong personal brand. You can't be building a personal brand. You can't be saying that you're building your personal brand if you're not learning and reading more about your industry, more about your skill set, even increasing your value, increasing your worth even more and growing, which is what you wanted to do, right? So
to go back to the question in the beginning, can I build my personal brand without putting myself out there? No, you can't. Yeah, you can't. That's the definitive answer. And we answered that question in loads of different parts of the video. You can tell that you can't really build your personal brand if you're not showing people what you do. You can't really, if you're on maybe like an online platform, you can't really build your personal brand if people don't understand what you do, who you are, who you're trying to address. You can't, you just can't. You need to put yourself out there. Now, what putting yourself out there means so many different things, right? But again, you want to have the furthest reach. And right now, the reality is, not just you, but so many companies out there are going digital and they're doing it for a reason, right? Technology is the new normal now. I mean, let's look at Primark, for example. Primark recently had about £400 million profit loss because they don't want to go digital. They don't want to go online. Like any company right now with this pandemic, or any person, because you are a personal brand, you are a brand. Any person that's not online, any person that's not digital right now, you are going to suffer in this pandemic. It's reality because we're all on lockdown, right? We can't go anywhere.
You have to have a Zoom account. Everybody has to download one. Even if you're not working for someone, most people work from home. Like if you don't have a job, to get employed,
you need LinkedIn.
You need
get yourself a LinkedIn.
You need Zoom. Like everything's online.
Yeah.
So why not get a head start? As Michael's saying, like, okay, you do have to put yourself out there, but you don't have to do all the things. And I know a lot of people keep getting really discouraged about thinking that, oh, I need to have 1 million followers. Like, get that out of your mind.
Start small.
Literally, like, even if you just have 100 followers on that Instagram page, at least it highlights who you are and what you do. That's all you need. Like, or just a LinkedIn profile and just posting maybe once a week just to start out, just to build your brand. Because the question is, build your brand. If you don't care about your personal brand, then you don't need to do anything.
You don't build it.
You don't have to put yourself out there.
Yeah.
Everybody, the people that know you, they'll be talking for you about your brand.
Yeah.
But if you're actually actively building your brand, you want to be a successful person one day.
You need to build it.
You need to.
Yeah, you need to put yourself out there to build it.
You need to get that confidence somehow and put yourself out there. That's why we're here to help as well. We're not just,
100%. What was your biggest takeaway from this video? Let us know in the comments below.
And also, we have a free guide, okay, a quick read PDF for you to download. Go and take notes from it. It's really
Put it
gonna
into
help
practice.
you. Yeah, take action. It's really digestible, really easy for you to understand if you're actually interested in building your personal brand.
Yeah.
And what it entails.
Yeah, exactly.
Get the guide. It's
Thank
free.
you.
Like.
Yeah, as Cherie said, please go download it. This is for your own benefit, right? We're here to serve you. Don't forget to like the video, share the video as well to friends and family that you know could use the advice in this video and their personal branding sucks, right? So go to them, hey, your personal branding sucks, here's a video to help you with it. Alright guys, but it's been an absolute pleasure spending time with you guys today. Take care and see you soon. Bye.
Bye.